Namo Adidafa. Thank you so much for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This wonderful sound calls us back to our true home. The first mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by the destruction of life, I vow to cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the lives of people, animals, plants, and minerals. I'm determined not to kill, not to let others kill, and not to condone any act of killing in the world, in my thinking, or in my way of life. For our Dharma lessons, we're now reading More Than Mindfulness, Widening the Field of Practice by the Monastics of Abhayagiri Monastery. And we're continuing and completing a Dharma talk today by Ajahn Pisano called The Need for Balance. Ajahn Chah would repeatedly emphasize another quality that is very essential for our practice: patience. Just willing to be patient. We want to experience the fruits of practice immediately. We want to gain knowledge and understanding immediately. We want to get it quickly. That's understandable, but again, it's a process that we have to trust. We have to get a feeling for. We need to develop confidence in this process of training. This is where Ajahn Chah uses the simile of being patient and diligent with putting in the causes and conditions. It's like planting a tree. You must dig a hole for a tree to be planted. You get the right mixture of earth and dirt. You have fertilizer that you put in. You water it regularly, and depending on the kind of tree it is, it's going to give fruit in a different way. It doesn't take very long for chili peppers or tomatoes. Within just a few months, there are already tomatoes available. Whereas when you plant an apple tree or a coconut tree, it takes ages before the coconuts actually show up. You have to be patient with the process. It's the same with ourselves. We don't really know what kind of person we are. Some people experience the fruits of the practice slowly. Some people experience those fruits quickly. But the process of cultivation, the process of developing and balancing all these different faculties, it is very, very similar, and the fruits of the practice do come. It's the nature of this Dharma. The Buddha was extremely confident in the efficacy of this path to the point where you don't have to believe in him. Here are the tools. Here is the path. Here is the practice. Do it, and the fruits will appear. The Buddha was immensely confident and assured in his teaching. This is the way it works. This is the human condition. There is this suffering. There is this possibility of freedom from this suffering. This is the way to do it. The Buddha is not going to do it for us. It doesn't matter to him whether anybody else does it. He is already freed from suffering. It is the same with the other great teachers. They know for themselves what the path of practice is. They've experienced the fruits of it. They encourage, they teach, and they set examples. If people don't follow the path, if people don't practice, it's not a source of suffering for them. It's an opportunity that the person themselves is missing out on. So that sense of being patient with the practice, being patient with the conditions of our lives. Often patience is seen as just putting up with something unpleasant until it's over. But patience is about being willing to be present with whatever conditions we are experiencing, being patient with happiness or ease. When we start to feel a sense of happiness and ease, it can be easy to start to drift. Oh, I'm getting somewhere now. But you need to be patient even with that feeling of happiness and peace, because it's important to let that settle and let it unfold into a deeper understanding, a deeper drawing close to truth, a drawing close to a freedom of heart. It's so easy sometimes to start to feel peaceful or happy and say, oh, now I have got somewhere. Now I'll go do something else. That is not being patient with it. Have the patience to let it really unfold. So, developing qualities of respect and patience, developing a commitment to integrity and commitment to the process of the path, recognizing that there are many different factors that need to come together: faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. These need to work together. They need to be balanced. Learning how to implement and live this path in our daily life. To live this path in the circumstances that we are in, whether it's on the cushion or on our walking meditation path, or when we attend to our responsibilities and duties. These are the qualities that give us an opportunity to experience a freedom from suffering, to experience the peace and well-being that the Dharma can give us. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Namo Adida Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.